visiting with Nikki Singler. She and My Daddy Slick were the 2D Derby winners in the second go of our Derby competition held at Pink Buckle 2021 in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Now, Nikki is coming to us from Wisconsin and working with a hotspot connection. So we're choosing to do an audio only interview right now so that we can get all of her great advice with good audio and not be fighting interesting Wi-Fi connections. So Nikki, so happy to have you with us. First of all, tell me about this, your journey with this mare. How did she come into your program?
Yes, I worked with clients. They're White River Egg, and they wanted to look for a fertility prospect. So we did stumble upon her in the winter, spring of her 4-year-old year. Interestingly enough, she came from South Dakota.
Yes.
And yeah, she wasn't quite ready. So we just took our time with her and held her over till her 5-year-old year. Mm-hmm. And we've slowly just been bringing her along ever since, not trying to put too much pressure on and let her come on her own pace.
Wonderful. I would love to know more about the maternal side of her pedigree. We're familiar with the Slicks, a great stud in the Pink Buckle program, but what was it on that maternal side that drew you to her when you were looking for that futurity prospect?
Well, the Slicks were new to us as well, because I think she's one of the oldest crops of his, and her maternal side is a mare by Sweet First Down. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of run to her. And interesting enough, we met her breeders, Jerri and Melodi Christensen, at the Pink Buckle, which was really exciting. I got to kind of know her over Facebook this summer when she found out I had the mare, and has been keeping tabs on her. So that was really cool that we got to meet. And the Jerri and Melodi had the mare, and they had gotten her from friends of mine, which are a couple hours south of me in Wisconsin. So it's kind of funny how small the circle can be for horses. So I got to know more about the mare because they had also competed on her after she had ran on the track.
Okay, that's exciting. So she started on the track, her dam started on the track, and then went on to have a career in the barrels after.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Now, this was your first Pink Buckle experience, is that right? I'd love to know how your week went and what you thought of the whole production.
Yes, it was wonderful. It was so well ran, and everybody was so kind and helpful. I did stay off site just because my mare does better being turned out versus stalled. Yeah. But it was, the ground is great. I've only been down to Guthrie once before, but it was very exciting to be able to run on a standard pattern, as we don't have those options up here I'm in Wisconsin, but I do compete a lot in Minnesota as well. So it was really fun to kind of let her open up, because that's something that this mare loves to do, is run.
And she is bred to do so very, very fast.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned you're from Wisconsin. How do you work? You train full time. This is what you do, year round. How do you accommodate, the weather that you get in Wisconsin? You guys get big winters. So how do you work around that?
Yeah, it is challenging for sure. It does get very cold, and we get a lot of snow up here. The owners of this mare do have an indoor facility close by, so I keep her over there, as well as some other horses in the winter, and that helps keep them in shape and going. Other horses that I keep at my house, you just end up riding in the snow on the days that are usually above 0, just trying to keep them a little bit fit. But it can be challenging, but you make it work.
Yes, you sound like you make the very best of it. Now, my final question for you is, this mare came into your program a little later, and you mentioned that she was a little behind to futurity as a 4-year-old, so you chose to hold her as a 5-year-old, and now she's in her Derby year. How did you keep her progressing consistently, but not rush her, not get ahead of her or get ahead of yourself?
Yes, she's a really smart mare. She's never really needed a lot of work on the barrels, just a lot of flow work. And I do have a lot of trails to ride on. So I take her out of the arena very often, actually, just to get her mind, on something else. I don't even do exhibitions on her. I didn't down in Guthrie because she knows that pattern. She just needs other work to keep her mind busy and focused on different things.
Wonderful. Well, maybe there's some roping in her future. We've got some great pink and ruby buckle roping incentives as well.
Oh, yes, yes, that would be something great for her.
Mix it up a little bit. Well, Nikki,
Yep.
thank you so much for fitting us in, for making time for this interview, and congratulations on a successful week.
Thank you so much.